Good evening, and welcome to our fifth grade celebration. I'd like to welcome our members of our Board of Education, Ms. D'Amico, our Vice President, Mr. Goldberg, our President, Ms. Kathleen Lively, Board of Ed Trustee, and our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Bill Brennan, who are with us to help celebrate this momentous occasion. I hope everybody was able to get a program on the way in. I'd like to congratulate some of our students that did a lot of the artwork. Emma Kropp, Nicholas Romero, Luke Kapinski, and Olivia Norcott. Before we begin, I hope my speech doesn't blow away. I'd like to thank Mrs. Salvo and Mrs. Smith, our wonderful PTA presidents, for all their support this year. I'd like to thank Ms. Joy Kropp, along with members of our fifth grade committee who worked so hard to capture our students' special moments this year, and we thank them for that. I am also very grateful to our Howard Middle School principal, Mr. Gavalis, and their amazing custodial staff for rolling out the red carpet. I would also thank so many people for making this year a success. First, Mrs. LaRusso, who planned this lovely ceremony and was with me every step of the way as we navigated through the changing protocols of COVID-19. The secretaries in our main office, who helped me keep my sanity when things were getting crazy. Our beloved nurses, who worked tirelessly day and night with a comforting smile that kept everyone calm. And finally, all of our teachers, who made all of our children feel loved and supported, whether we were in school or learning remotely. Some of them are sitting with here, our fifth grade team. So thank you, Mrs. Nunez, Mrs. Guardiola. This is her final graduation as she's retiring this year. We're going to miss you, Miss Guardiola. Miss Sarah Hund, Miss Jillian Gemma, Miss Kelly Rice, Mr. Eric Eckert, and Miss Emma Moran. Thank you. I would now like to invite everyone to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May now be seated. Good evening again, everybody. It is an honor to stand before you today to address the class of 2021. Boys and girls, I cannot put into words how proud I am of all of you. I know I might speak for some of you and for all of your parents when I say that getting ready for this evening's ceremony might have been a little tough. Maybe your parents were helping you get dressed. They made sure that that last piece of hair was perfectly styled and in place. Or when they watched you come down the stairs, or as they watched you walk from the car into the football field, looking as handsome and as beautiful as you all do, the 10 or 11-year-old version of you transformed as memories of you from the past 6 years flooded their minds. Right before their eyes, I am sure they remembered. You at 5 years old or 6 years old, cautiously holding on to the handrail as you stepped off the bus and entered your first day of kindergarten. Maybe it's your first Halloween parade when you were wearing costumes that the 11-year-old version of you probably would not wear right now. Or they're remembering you performing in your talent show or your first concert where your voice joined the voices of 100 other third graders and you sounded like angels. Like your parents and all those people out in the audience who love you, I've been thinking about you all day. Maybe your first few days of school when I might have, or Mrs. LaRusso may have held your little hand in the hallway as we walked you to class because you didn't want to let mom or dad go. I'm not mentioning names, but I do remember it with a bunch of you. 6 years later, our roles have somewhat reversed. As you've all grown smart, strong, and kind, you're ready to let our hands go. And we're the ones that were wishing that you would hold on just a minute longer. Every year, the 5th grade class brings something special to our school. But this year's class is truly unique. I thought of all of you the other day as I drove past the sign that our Board of Education and Mr. Defendini and our central office team hung up outside each school that says, "Heroes work here." I drive past it every morning, and it fills me with such a sense of pride and admiration of our staff. So many of you are with us here tonight. The other day it dawned on me that the sign shouldn't say "Heroes work here," but "Heroes go to school here." Boys and girls, we often speak of what we should do. Be you, be responsible, be respectful, be kind. While you are all of those things, the B that perfectly captures who you are after what you've experienced the last few years is be positive. To be clear, despite the very best efforts of everyone in the stadium, tonight, your experiences as 5th graders at Albany Avenue have been very different from all the other classes that have entered through our doors. Every day from the first day in September, where you were lined up outside your buses or waited in your parents' car to have your temperature taken before coming into school, you have conducted yourselves with such patience, grace, and maturity, far beyond what we expect from typical 5th graders. Despite the masks, despite the barriers, the heavy backpacks, the seemingly endless rules and quarantines, you have consistently made the choice to approach every day with positivity. When I drove past that sign the other day, a quote from a famous author came to mind. I want to share it with you. The quote reads, "Life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% of how you react to it." Boys and girls, I believe this quote embodies who you are and what will make you successful in your future. I am grateful for you showing me this each and every day, and I can say with certainty that I've learned more from you during this most difficult of years than you could have ever learned from me. I can picture each of you maybe 3 years from now as you're getting ready for high school, or 7 years from now as you're packing your things and getting ready to leave for college. I can see you finding that 5th grade t-shirt in the back of your drawer and stopping to reflect in this once-in-a-lifetime experience that we've all lived through. I am confident that the stories you will tell will not be one of lament and all the things you missed out on. Instead, it'll be a story of courage, a story of perseverance, a story that reminds us that the attitudes shape our feelings, our beliefs, and our behaviors. A story that reminds us that we make a choice every day about what kind of attitude we want to embody. A story that challenges us to make the choice to be positive, as this choice will determine the kind of people we will become. Indeed, that is a story that reminds us what truly is important in life. Boys and girls, Albany Avenue will not be the same without the warmth, laughter, and spirit that the class of 2021 has added to our community. I consider myself fortunate to have played even the smallest role in your development into such wonderful people. I hope you know that our interactions were often the very best part of my day. Each of you are fantastic and a testament to the incredible job that your families have done raising you. As 6th graders and representatives of our school family at Howard Middle School, I have a challenge for you. Every day, be the reason that someone smiles. One act of kindness done by every single one of our 104 students over the course of 183 days could result in almost 25,000 miles that you have the power to create. And as you enter Howard, please remember the lessons that you've learned at Albany Avenue. In case you have forgotten, here are some clues. Always follow the golden rule. Do unto others what you would have them do unto you. There is no more important rule to live by. It's also very general, so here are some more specifics to help you continue your journey. If you open something, close it. If you turn it on, turn it off. If you break it, admit it. If you borrow it, return it. If you value something, take care of it. If you make a mess, clean up. If you move it, put it back. If it's none of your business, stay out of it. If what you have to say will brighten someone's day, please say it. If what you have to say will hurt somebody, don't say it. If something isn't broke, don't try to fix it. And if you think you know it all, look around and see how little you really know. Finally, I'd like to give you 2 last homework assignments. First, thank your teachers, past, present, and the ones you'll have in the future. They chose to be in one of the professions that contributes to the future of society. Second, thank your families, your moms, your dads, your brothers, sisters, grandparents, and everyone in your family. Family is the most important thing in the world. On Friday, right before dismissal, we have our traditional 5th grade walk, where the 5th grade students walk through the hallways. The hallways will be lined with the entire student body. They'll be cheering loud for each one of you, thanking you for being such good role models and wishing you well at Howard. Celebrate that moment. Remember all the good times you have had at Albany Avenue. We will miss you, and we wish you all the best in the future. I would now like to invite our Student Council President, Ms. Emma Kropp, up to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Emma Kropp, and I'm the Student Council President of the Class of 2021. I'd like to welcome Mr. Valentine, Mrs. LaRusso, teachers, families, distinguished guests, and the Class of 2021 to our 5th grade moving up ceremony. Wow, did this year zoom by? I don't know if I need to point out the obvious, but this year has been a year like no other. But rather than focus on the challenges this year has brought, let's focus on the positive. We made it. We were able to adjust and adapt to all the changes we faced. One of the highlights of this past year for me was being elected Student Council President. I am proud to be the member of Student Council, and I'm so happy that my friends encouraged me to run for president. As president, the Student Council members and I found creative ways to give back to the community, such as the coat drive and raising money for St. Baldrick's. Some of my favorite memories at Albany Avenue have been our many spirit days throughout the years and our field trips. Even after all the challenges that we have encountered this year, we were still able to participate in Project Adventure and the bowling trip this spring. I will miss many things about Albany Avenue, but what I will miss most are all my teachers, Mr. Valentine, Mrs. LaRusso, the nurses, Mr. Frank, and of course, Albany Avenue's amazing school spirit. This year isn't what we expected for our last year at Albany Avenue, but it did teach us the importance of appreciating the little things, and Zoom, asynchronous, remote learning, Google Meet, quarantine, hybrid, lots of Purell, and plexiglass. It also taught us we are resilient, strong, hardworking, and flexible. Thank you to all my classmates for your friendship, my family for your love and support, my teachers and Mr. Valentine and Mrs. LaRusso for your patience and encouragement, and all the aides, secretaries, custodians, and helpers that make the school run so smoothly. This has been such a wonderful experience, one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
I now invite members of our Board of Education and Dr. Bill Brennan to join us on stage as Mrs. LaRusso is going to present our diplomas.
So I have to choose between seeing you or seeing the names, so I'm going to choose seeing the names. At the end of the ceremony, the last rows are going to go out that way and follow out that way to the end, just so you know. As I said earlier, we're going to start with the even side. That whole side's going to go, and then this side will go. Okay? So will our first row of students please stand? And they're going to go out that way and come up the stage this way. Michaela Hope Wilson. As all of our students deserve a round of applause, we're just going to ask that you hold the applause so that every name can be heard. Our Band Trumpet Award recipient, Adam Philip Vitellano. Cecilia Raquel Vella. Giovanni Carlo Variali. Frankie Valerio. Petros George Atos. Caroline Elizabeth Turner. Sarah Alyssa Strazera. And as the one row finishes, the second row stands and continues. Our Board of Ed Scholarship and Citizenship Award recipient, Chiara Giovanna Sordilli. Giovanni Antonio Soldano. Wyatt Bronson Smith. SEPTA Academic Growth Excellence Award and PTA Award recipient, Robert Owen Smith. Adam Ashraf Shusha. William Graham Sexauer. And as that row finishes, the next row, of course, stands. Anthony Robert Sorreo. New York State Comptroller Award recipient, Emma P. Seenoff. Nassau County Physical Education Zone Award recipient, Peter D. Sheedy. Gianna Nicole Saviano. Band Flute Virtual Award recipient, Gabriella June Sartori. Our Vice President of our Student Council, Joshua Sanders. Emily Jade Salvo. Our next row stands, of course, Isabella Soleil. Montan Saha. Aiden Devin Ryan. Albany Avenue Art Award recipient, Nicholas Romero. Our Library Service Assistant Award recipient, Benicio Diaguiar Rocha. The Jenny Leghorn Friendship Award recipient, Kenneth Ringham. Giovanna Ellie Riccio. Luciana Puteri. Madison Percival. Travis Parker. Albany Avenue Art Award and Health Positive Living Award recipient, Maya Parker. Jorge Angel Pariona. Gianna M. Palmenteri. Thomas R. Nuns. PTA Award recipient, Olivia Jane Norcott. Michael James Murphy. Patrick L. Maliti. Joseph Masana. Jason Mendez. Health Positive Living Award recipient, Peyton Sophia McManaman. Band Percussion Award recipient, Jackson Daniel Martin. Physical Education Sportsmanship Award recipient, Addison M. Manusama. Physical Education Sportsmanship Award and PTA Award recipient, Andrew Robert Mesano. Carmine John Luongo. Dominic Paul Losito. Student Council President and Gary E. Karp Award recipient, Emma Grace Kropp. Julian Kim. Sean Kilfeather Kinnick. Caitlin Nicole Kegel. Sophia Josephine Jakubowski. Trey Anthony Jacobs. Natalia Maria Isaza. Bardia Hosseini Porgam. Band Award in Baritone and PTA Award recipient, Maisie Deja Havis. Annabelle Hope Hansen. And now our odd section, who are not odd, of course, but our first row, please stand. Our Health Positive Living Award recipient, Jacob Ethan Gruda. Chase Grail. A PTA Award recipient, Jason Georgialakis. Luke Jaden Gopinski. Madison Rose Galarraga. Lucas George Frenzel. Osiris Anthony Ford. Our next row stands. Nathaniel Flores. Luke Anthony Fumafredo. Band Woodward Award and FFT Peer Relationship Award recipient, Erin Riley Finkel. Jack Thomas Eschman. Health Positive Living Award recipient, Kenneth Michael Erker, Jr. New York State Triple C Award recipient, Kira Lynn Duffy. Kyle Kevin Drummond. Karina Drummond. Physical Education Award and PTA Award recipient, Madison Douglas Cook. Outstanding Orchestra Student Award recipient, Anthony DeMarco. Thomas A. Delegati. Rise to the Occasion Orchestra Award recipient, Christian E. DeCourt. Tyler Christopher Davies. Joseph Michael D'Onofrio. Band Award in Clarinet and PTA Award recipient, Angelina D'Onofrio. PTA Award recipient, Jake J. D'Amico. Anthony V. D'Amico. Kylie Rose Cunningham. Joseph Anthony Clemente. Riley Amanda Casey. Emily Gabriella Carbajal. Health Positive Living Award recipient Sullivan Barry Capolino. Armani R. Cabrera. Leadership in Orchestra Award recipient Liam Jeffrey Byrne. Health Positive Living Award and New York State Triple C Award recipient Kyla Marie Byrne. Health Positive Living Award recipient William A. Burke. Jack Alexander Bryant. Robert Kent Brinkman III. Jaden John Bradley. Madison I. Bowen. Ava Rose Bischoff. Carly Marie Biscardi. Katerina T. Bernius. Brian Michael Langer. Blake Bote Mestre. Jade Rose Barcelona. Ryan Atlas. Health Positive Living Award recipient Samantha Jane Atella. Juliana Aquilino. Joseph Michael Almela. Nassau County Physical Education Zone Award recipient Chloe Madison Alfino. Aiden James Alfino. Samantha N. Alessandro. Will all of our students please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, the Albany Avenue Elementary School class of 2021. Okay, Mr. Pritzker. So the back rows will exit.